Stay at home if possible. If you must go out, maintain 6 feet of distance between you and everyone else, and wear a mask if you're going to be within 6 feet of others. Wash your hands more often than you ever dreamed possible. Avoid alcohol, tobacco, and drugs. And call your friends and family. Check in on your mother. She wants to hear from you right now. And speaking of mothers, we need you to do this, if not for yourself, then for your abuela. Do it for your granddaddy. Do it for your big mama. Do it for your pop-pop. We need you to understand, especially in communities of color, we need you to step up and help stop the spread so that we can protect those who are most vulnerable.
This is a pure house negro. Okay, you see how he added do it for your abuela too. So that's to include the Latinos, because the Latinos, the Native Americans, and the Negroes are the children of Israel. We are all one nation. All right. So basically, this is, look, you got Donald Trump on the side. All right, you got him at the podium speaking like a good boy. All right, putting out the message that wants to be put out. Now, when has so-called white America ever really cared about the lives of Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans from the birth of America up until now? This is the overlay for the overplay for the underlay. Well, however the saying go. It went from so-called Asians, right, over there in China. They was the face of the coronavirus, and then it went over there to Italy, and over there in Europe, it was white people, and all of this was going on. What was being said, so-called Negroes and Latins was speaking among themselves, saying, "But black people ain't catching it. I ain't seeing black people with it. I don't see black people with it." Now all of a sudden, so-called black people is the most prone. We the most prone to it. All right, but the scripture says, this is Genesis 25. This is Genesis 25 and 23. Matter of fact, I want to start at 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, "If it be so, why am I thus?" And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, "Two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels." This is the birth of the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, and the so-called white people today. These are where our ancestors come from. And it says, "And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." Right, Esau was born first. All right. Now we're stronger than them. And how do we know we're stronger than them? First of all, not only does the scripture says it, but they do studies. They be dissecting and experimenting and seeing how certain things affects our body. They know we stronger than them. They know we the strongest race. Whether it be mental, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual. They know these things. They conduct studies. I've seen studies. One of the studies they conducted compared a newborn black baby, like a couple days old or a couple weeks old, is on level with like a 3 to 4 month old so-called white baby. All right. Now, that was an old study. Now comparable. Now we don't know because everything's so polluted, whether it be the air, the soil, and the food we eat, but they finna come down on our people, man. This will basically be like the excuse they need to. This is Second Ezra's. It's the excuse. Second Ezra 16 and 68. "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols." Then they say we got to go to people's houses and round them up and check them and make sure they ain't got it. the vaccine, or if they do get the vaccine, quarantine them or something like that. This the excuse. Okay? Verse 69, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and reproach and trodden underfoot. So even if you consent, you still gonna be stumped out. These people are racist. Duh. Racism ain't over. Prejudice ain't over. All right? And if you consent to getting that chip, you're gonna be the Lord gonna destroy you. Do not receive the RFID microchip. This is why it is so bad. This is why let me read the punishment. Matter of fact, I'll read this verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So those that fear the Lord, faith is going to be tested, right? And one of the ultimate things is receiving that chip, because we're not going to receive the chip because the Lord told us not to. That's the proof that you fear the Lord, doing what he said do. Verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, because they're going to make you the enemy. Oh, you don't want to receive a vaccine? You don't want to get the chip? What are you? You're a terrorist. Oh, you pro-vaccination. Oh, you a problem. They already had an incident where this lady was doing nails at her house to make some money, and somebody told on her. She got told on. Oh, one of the brothers was shortness of breath for climbing a ladder at work, and one of his co-workers told on him. So the fear is already out there. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Right, because the chosen of the Lord is going to be faithful until death. Now, back what I was saying, this is like somebody might say, well, what's the big deal receiving the RFID chip? What's they might not understand why the punishment is so heavy for it. I'm going to read the punishment for it. This is Revelation 14 and 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Right. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua. Right. Now, this is why this punishment is so heavy, because by receiving that mark of the beast, you're consenting to be a slave of the powers that be. All right, by the upper elites of this world. All right, you basically calling them your God. You basically and you're supposed to be a servant of the Lord. All right, that's a heavy sin. The Lord hates idolatry, idol worship, serving other gods besides Him. All right, because you can't do nothing without that chip. You can't operate within a society. You can't, like I say, you can't buy nor sell. And it said he calls it all free bond, rich, poor. So he'll have he know your every move, your whereabouts, your every transaction. He got control over you. So anyway, with that, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the hopeful elect. All praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai.